really difficult to do because while, first of all, when I had to go to camp, before I went to camp, I believe Vladimir wanted me there by a certain date, and I couldn't go by that date because I was already training some of the United fighters in Detroit. They fought October 12th. After they all fought, they all got a win. I got on the plane October 13th. But the thing about boxing is you really didn't. I didn't have any time to show any emotions. They really take it all in. Actually, what happened. You know, even at the funeral, after Vladimir fight, even at the funeral, I'm at the funeral, and I'm there, and it's a sad situation, but I can't really partake in the funeral like I would normally would want to, because I have to bottle up everything that I have, because I got to get ready for a show Saturday. So I can't be, certain emotions you have to keep bottled up. And so I was at the funeral Tuesday. Wednesday I left for Atlantic City. Everything's still fresh in my mind. Body manual, everything he would say, everything that's been going on. And on Saturday, it was just ready for it was just showtime. But after the fight, this is the first time I was really able to take a deep breath and really, um, I guess you can call it, mourn the loss of him. Because I mean, I couldn't really, I just didn't want to deal with it. I dealt with it as far as on the physical sense, but mentally, I really didn't want to deal with it at the time because there was too much stuff going on. So I couldn't deal with it like I wanted to, but I was able to afterwards. So it meant a lot to me to be able to stay focused and perform, because that's the main thing that Emmanuel was saying all since the years of being together. It's about, he don't understand how fighters that won't stay focused, fighters won't do this, fighters won't do that. He said, listen, he said a successful fighter is you have to be focused. So a lot of people thought Muhammad Ali wasn't focused because he had a lot going on, but that's what made him comfortable. He was able to focus around what all he had going on in his camp. Because Ali camp was like, it was almost like a celebration every time he was in camp. It was almost like a party almost. People was doing whatever they wanted to do. Bali was able to focus because she liked to be around people. So he was keen on letting the fighter find his focus point and stick to that. And I was able, in the midst of everything, I was able to find my focus and I was able to stick to it.
Not only that with his fight, but training Vladimir. I mean, the pressure of that, taking over for what Emmanuel doing, and being the chief second in the corner was just a lot. I know it was a lot of pressure on Jonathan, and he did a tremendous job with Vladimir's performance against Wok, and the way he was in the corner. I mean, even Vitali's the biggest critic of Vladimir, and so when Vitali gave Jonathan a compliment of the way he handled the corner, I think that was the best validation as far as Jonathan being able to analyze a fight, come up with a strategy, train a fighter, and at the same time focusing on his own fight. It was really a enormous accomplishment what Jonathan did within those 2 weeks.
Was it crazy for you after this victory? Your whole life changed. You go down to the WC convention, and every sponsor's jumping on you. Everybody wants to be in your business now, be part of you. Well, your whole life you've been in boxing. No matter what you achieved, you didn't get this kind of feedback.
Yeah, that's true. But I mean, once again, I always been a person of taking things as they come. I mean, it does me no good to look back and say they wasn't there during this particular time. It does me no good. Anything I want to accomplish is in front of me. So I'm just looking forward. I'm moving forward, and I'm prepared for whatever opposition comes my way. I'm prepared to handle it, and I'm prepared to continue to move forward.
Tyson Fury, would you want to fight him?
I mean, me and Tom was talking about that, I think it was yesterday. I told him any heavyweight, whether it be American or European, any type of heavyweight that he want to put me in there with, I'm game. Let's go.
Deontay Wilder?
You haven't said a name that I backed down from yet. I said, let's go. I'm ready. I'm ready to go. And I think out of anything, if the one thing I feel I've done during that month of everything that was going on, I think I showed everyone that once I say I'm ready to do something, then let's go. We could do it.
First round, were you just kind of tasting his power in a sense, seeing what he had? Were you a little tight? It seemed like you were kind of backing out, or were you kind of laying traps and kind of just marking your territory?
Believe it or not, I wasn't laying any traps, and the game plan. The reason I'm pretty sure if you seen after the first round, you seen my coach. He was fussing. He was upset because the game plan that we had right before the bell rung, I neglected the game plan because as far as I'm concerned, when you're a fighter, you have to be able to trust your instincts, to go off your instincts. If you don't have your instincts, you really have no business in the ring because you can't depend on every word your coach say because no matter what the coach do, he's not in there. So you can't just live on every word he said. So right before the bell rung, it came to me, said just fill him out the first round. That's what I did. I just moved, felt him out. He ended up catching me. I believe he caught me with a right hand, but it wasn't a solid right hand. But one thing, it shocked me because he caught me with it, and all I'm thinking mentally is how huge of a puncher this guy is. He caught me with it, and I said, wow, okay. It didn't faze me at all, and I just kept moving around. Second round, the game plan, I did the game plan the second round there was initially that I was supposed to do the first round. It's pretty much go at him, attack him. And I did the second round, ended up catching him with a good shot, ended up getting him done. So first round was just, to me, it was just a filler. I just felt him out and see what was going on.
Going in, you had to think that the guy had limited experience, limited boxing ability. Was that sort of the mindset going, I can outbox this guy?
You know, I personally feel like I could outbox anybody.
Yeah.
But I never once paid attention to. See, the public really put a big factor on lack of experience. I didn't think that. I said his experience doesn't really matter. If he catch me with a punch, I don't see coming in the first round. His experience, it doesn't matter at all. The people he fought doesn't matter. If he catch me with a punch, I don't see coming in the first round. So none of that mattered to me. Only thing that mattered to me was what Seth Mitchell was going to do on November 17th. That's all that mattered. And the film, I may have watched one, maybe two of his fights, like one time. I never seen nothing else because I didn't want to fixate in my head that he was a football player. I mean, I know the situation. I understand the reality of it, but it wasn't fixing my head that he's a top heavyweight contender. He's coming for a knockout, and it's my job to see that don't happen. And that's how I put it. I didn't want to underestimate him. I didn't make him out to be more than what he was. I took him for exactly who he was. He was a top heavyweight contender. He knocked out, out of 25 guys, I believe he knocked out 20. So that's how I took him. And that's a guy, anybody like that, you have to take it serious. No matter if whoever considered his opponent to be on a high level or lower level. If he knocked them out, then something's up. So you got to stay alert, you got to be prepared. And that's what's my mindset going into the fight, is being 100% prepared and being alert the whole time I'm in there.
People called your fight one of the biggest upsets last year. Do you think it was an upset?
I think it was an upset to Seth Mitchell and Golden Boy and I think it was upset to them and all and I believe over 95% of the crowd that was in the arena, it was upset to them because it was only 5% there for me, which is the people that came with me, you know. But I think it was an upset to them, but it wasn't an upset to me.
What do you think of Adrian Broner? You're fighting on the same card with him for the second time?
I think Adrian Broner is a very talented fighter. I mean, can't knock that. He showed his talent. So I think he's a talented guy.
Elliot, if you'd have seen Johnathon sparring the week of Vladimir's fight, he was sparring in Germany. And when I watched him move around the ring, I've never seen him move that way before. And the way he moved with Jamil McCline was one of the sparring partners. And Jamil did a great job. But if you watched those sparring sessions, you wouldn't have thought, if you would have seen him, you wouldn't have thought it was an upset. The people that weren't exposed to his preparation for that fight, his mental state for that fight, they're the ones that, were really well. I think it was like a 4-1 underdog, something like that. It was a pretty big underdog because everyone.
The same confidence going into the rematch is the same confidence going into the first fight. There's no way possible I'm going to get up on a high horse and underestimate this guy. He's even angrier now than he was for the first fight. But I mean, I don't know why he's angry, but he's angrier. He's really angry now. So he's really, really coming for a knockout. But at the same time, didn't he really, really come for a knockout the first time? I mean, so I think the way he's doing, he's doing something that I think a fighter shouldn't do. He's stepping so far out of his original character to let everybody know, come on back this way, come on back and follow me. You know, I think that, in my opinion, that's what he's doing, and that's what he shouldn't do. He just needs to stay focused like he's been doing, train like he's supposed to, and be ready to fight. Because no matter what you say, it's not going to make you win the fight. I don't think. I hope he's not trying to scare me, because that's not going to happen. Never will happen. So I just think he's to get in the best shape he's possibly need to get in, and just come for the fight. All the talk he's doing, I mean, so was it a fluke? Was the first fight really a fluke? I mean, seriously, like. Right, exactly. Was the first fight really a fluke, or did he get beat? I mean, did the referee stop the fight too soon? He said he got wobbled on HBO after the fight. He said he got wobbled a little bit, and the referee chose to stop the fight. That lets me know that he wasn't even aware of what happened, because he did not fall one time, he didn't fall twice. He fell 4 times. When Eddie Cotton waved it off, he was getting up and he fell right back down. So I count 4 times he fell. So it wasn't a fluke. He just successfully was beaten. I don't mind. I take my losses, take your losses, get back up, just keep quiet, get in shape and come to fight. I think that's all you have to do.
Do you think the rematch, him going for the immediate rematch instead of retooling a little bit, getting his confidence back, was kind of an emotional decision on his part?
I don't think it was necessarily just him, but maybe so more the people around him, because the people around him, no matter what he did, they pat him on his back. Good fighter, great fighter. They pat him on his back. So let's say he would have beat Jonathan Banks on November 17th. Let's say that. After we seen he got knocked down, but he got hurt real bad by Chaz Witherspoon. Never been considered a big puncher in the boxing. So let's say first round happened, whatever. He knocked out Jonathan Banks first round on November 17th. Could you just picture in your minds what would happen if you was to fight Vladimir Klitschko? Like, seriously, he's not ready for that stage. He's not. So I personally don't think he's ready for this stage, but, you know, he's on it. So there's nothing you can do about it. But I don't see what the anger side coming from and what's all the talk is about now. So all the talk saying he's really going to be prepared this time. So he wasn't really prepared the next time. I mean, I just disagree with how he's trying to take the victory more so away from me and what I accomplished, saying that he just was this and he was that. If you was ready and you got beat, you was ready and you got beat. That's plain and simple. I was ready for Adamat. I got beat. I got to get back up, dust myself off, and keep going. That's the game. That's boxing. It happens. Some people do, some people don't, but it happens. And I just don't think he accepted that. I think that's be more of a hinder than a help to him, because he haven't accepted the fact that I just got beat. Instead of everybody still gassing him up, saying, you know, you got him the first round, just made a mistake the second round. And they asked me, Larry Merckx asked me what mistake was made. I said, he didn't make a mistake. You know, I was just able to do what I had to do. It's not the mistake that he made. And he could look at that over and over again. The only thing he's looking at the first round. He thought him and about 90% of the people that was watching the fight thought he hurt me with the body shot. But the body shot never connected to my body. It hit my elbow. And I bagged up because I heard the crowd, and I knew he was listening to the crowd. So as soon as I bagged up, he came charging forward. I said, oh, I got him. He crazy. He listening to the crowd. Why listen to the crowd? They're not in the ring. They don't have to throw a punch. They don't have to take a punch either. But that's what he did, so that's what happened.